Good morning. This concerns a discussion I had with somebody recently who has filed for Social Security disability, but in hindsight is really concerned that she didn't do it correctly and that she might have not included certain things she should have, might have used dates that maybe were incorrect, whatever the case may be, might have missed things that would be really important on initial. And the question arose as to whether or not to, also the concern was whether or not she picked a good strategic day or month for filing, because I do believe there are strategies to that that can be more helpful for you in the entirety of your claim, for a bigger chance of winning on that claim and or winning earlier in the claim, such as on initial or on reconsideration, and avoiding the need to go to a hearing. So anyway, after discussing it a bit, I helped her look to see if withdrawing the application itself would be harmless and therefore meet her needs of being able to kind of regroup, get organized, and do it right this time. I should add, there might be times when you have a representative or not that you may decide that that application isn't one you want to stick with, and that withdrawing it and filing anew wouldn't be years later, might not be the next day, but it's after a point where you get best strategy point and certain other things done that will help your claim. That can happen, if you have a lawyer or not, or a representative or not. Your representative might talk to you about it. Your representative might not, depending on the quality of the representative. So in any event, the ability to withdraw an application, particularly if not a single decision has been made, so you've never gotten your denial yet on initial, that's the easiest place to do it. It's not that it's not possible elsewhere, and there are times when it's really, really important to do it, but when you haven't even had a decision yet, then you can invariably, when you refile, use the very same date, onset date, last date you worked, or whatever it is, and it's literally just an entire redo, but now any of the things missing can be considered and included early on. So I think it's difficult for someone to recognize when that's someone who's not well trained might not know when that is something to be considered. But I just wanted to get it out there that it is something that can occur if you filed and you're not happy for whatever reason with the condition you're in with your filing. You're unhappy about something. It's something to maybe look into and discuss it with someone who knows the ins and outs of that, because it's not something you're going to do lightly without a forethought, because you have to make sure it's not going to damage you, or if it is going to, is the damage minimal compared to the upside? And that's very possible. So for instance, let's say you did have a denial afoot and you were on reconsideration or heading towards a hearing, and the withdrawal of application could mean that your most recent denial, which is not an ALJ denial, so it's has a lot less teeth, but that denial would be the last denial, and it would be ostensibly carved in stone, at least initially, because you never appealed it, because now you're withdrawing your appeal, basically, and your application. So all that has to be looked into, because you have to make sure you still can file again. I mean, there's so many technicalities to it, but very often it can be done to the benefit of a claimant. They just have to know about it. And I would definitely, suggest you get someone to consult with somebody on it who knows what the benefits are, if there are any drawbacks, and then you can weigh the the pros and the cons. The pros are generally that you're going to have a better chance of winning overall. That's the end all goal. I know everybody wants the biggest back benefits, but if I see some people, focused on the shiny big nest egg, but they're letting their chances of winning at all go down the tube because they're so distracted by that. So that's another thing to consider. The biggest priority is that you prevail, because if you don't prevail, the chance of you prevailing later are much less. And in many instances, you cannot prevail later under law. So you have to make your fight the strongest one. If you're pro se, you need to be really vigorous in knowing what things you should be getting, what things you should be submitting, what kind of medical treatment you should be getting, what kind of non-medical evidence that you can use that would be effective and not just redundant or annoying to a fact finder. If you have, a representative, or if you're going to get one, properly vetting them, making sure that they're going to do a lot of the legal work that can be done that will make your case stronger, including giving you advice all throughout the pending case, because it's a very fluid situation, your health and your treatment and the legal claim that's now kind of incorporated outside of that. So I would suggest you try to use somebody who's going to guide you along the way. When you keep them updated, as you should, every single time you go to a visit, they might see something that says, oh, wow, given that, now you should do this. Because it can change. There can be all sorts of little branches. And one way won't get your case as strong as this other way by doing this one extra thing. So it really is fluid, and it changes all the time. Not for everybody, but I'd say most of the time. And you want to stay on top of it. So all these things should be taken into consideration when you are considering whether or not you should start again, clean slate. And again, when there's no downside to it, like the one I just spoke to, zero downside, all upside, it's probably the avenue she's going to take. And then everything will be done, properly from the start. Anyway, okay. Just wanted to share that with you. The capability of withdrawing, I think it's the SSA-521, withdrawal of application, I believe. Yeah. Anyway, good luck with it. If that's something that is up your alley or something that you need to be taking a look at. If not, I wish you the best in your case, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.